A bomb explosion has killed over 30 people south of the Iraqi capital, Baghdad. Officials say a bomber blew up an explosives-laden fuel truck at a crowded checkpoint in the city of Hillah. At least 55 others were also injured. No group has claimed responsibility for the bombing. A similar explosion at a checkpoint on the outskirts of Hillah killed 50 people and wounded more than 150 others in March 2014. Earlier, we had news of a bomb explosion killing over 30 people south of the Iraqi capital, Baghdad. We're now joined by our correspondent, Ahmad, who's with us from the Iraqi capital with more details on this explosion. Altaf?
Well, terrorists have a suicide bomber actually driving in an oil tanker laden with some 500 kilograms, that's half a ton of explosives, has targeted the Al-Assad checkpoint, the main checkpoint on the borders between the Iraqi capital Baghdad and the province of Babel, with its central city being Hillah, some 100 kilometers south of the Iraqi capital. Now, according to officials on the ground, namely Falah al-Radi, who is the head of the Babel's security committee, he has announced that up to 200 to 300 cars have been destroyed by the massive explosion, the worst the province has seen in years, and up to 70 people have fallen casualty. Over half of them have been killed and the other half injured, many of whom were security personnel. The checkpoint itself has been completely demolished and destroyed. As I said, this is the worst explosion Babel province has seen in years because it is relatively calm. Now, Daesh militants have claimed responsibility for the terrorist attack. We know that this explosion is happening days or in consensus or in parallel to a major military operation that the Iraqi forces are leading west of the Iraqi city of Samarra, the largest city in Iraq's central province of Salahuddin. The Iraqi forces have managed to liberate a very strategic region, Jazeera Samarra, by which they had managed to literally cut in half the territory controlled by Daesh in Anbar province west of Iraq, and the territory controlled by the terror group in Nineveh, closer to Mosul, closer to the region, for example, of Shirqat, Hawija, which are in north of the country. So this was seen as a spine-breaking hit. According to officials and to military analysts here on the ground, they say that the terror group is now trying to apply what is called a bubble tactic to sort of cause a major or a massive blast or a massive event in somewhere which is far from the front lines, to maybe cause a distraction or to force security forces to retreat into those positions. As I said, up until this hour, we have, from what we're hearing, preliminary reports are saying that up to 60, 70 people have been killed and injured in the explosion. We're expecting that the number of people is going to rise, seeming how, as I said, according to officials here on the ground, the weight of the explosives is around 500 kilograms.
Thank you very much, Altaf. Press TV's Altaf Ahmad updating us from the Iraqi capital, Baghdad.